Good evening, folks. It is approximately 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on February the 11th, 2023. Hope our creator is keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. Please make sure to hit that notification bell and the like button. Please smash that like button. And you definitely want to subscribe if you happen to be new to the channel. We've got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet, folks. In my video that I did on turkey the other day, on my main channel, Jacob of Ephraim, I did mention in the live chat that there are going to be a lot of M flares popping off and some X flares in the next 7 days. Well, I just released that on, Wednesday? And this is Saturday. And look at here. We've got a bunch of them. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we did pop into an X flare. We had an X 1.16 at 1540 UTC time today. Now, and it was Earth directed. It actually put us into a radio blackout level 3 for about an hour. And that's pretty significant. Now, I'm a little behind the 8 ball because I did do some work today, so I was not able to jump on right away. But either way, yeah, and we're just a couple days into it. We still got a few more days to go, and actually there's some more coming around the eastern limb, so yippee-ki-yay. Let's go take a look at them. Some of you might be wondering, well, what is an R3? Well, an R3 is radio blackout from the X1 and it occurred from active region 3217, which happens to be right over here. We'll take a look at those here on the SDO here in a little bit. The event peaked at 1548 UTC time, which is about 1048 Eastern Standard Time, and that would be 948 Central Standard Time. Okay, temporarily degraded radio, high-frequency radio reception on the sunlit side of Earth. Okay, that can affect your GPS. It can affect marine life. If you happen to be like a captain of a ship or something like that, your radio frequencies, it'll be degraded for sure. So, and it blasted right over South America. Now we're just going to take a quick look here at our X-ray absorption. This is X-ray radiation that we absorbed from the sun, and this is the peak of it right here. Looks like it is 1548, actually peak of it looks like it's at 1549 right there. And then as you can see, it comes back down. That little yellow spot that you see right there, that's pretty much an M flare. And then as it stays in green, it's a constant state of C flare between the green and the bright blue. And then we get back into more M's. Like there's some low level to mid level M's right there. So that's what that looks like. I've actually already got some things pulled up over here on ISWA, and we'll take a look at that here in a minute. And as I was doing my analysis, this right here, this is Space Weather Prediction Center's version of an Enlil spiral, okay, showing coronal mass ejections. That's what these little guys are right here. And these streams right here are actually from coronal holes blowing plasma out. But this little guy right here, it's actually going to come and impact us. And I actually did notice that. And as you can see here, it does blend in with the solar wind. It kind of makes it go a little kitty wampus. And right there, we actually do start to increase. And according to them, though, I think their charts are a bit obscured as far as like how much plasma they're showing. That we're only going to get like maybe, I don't know, 9, 10 centimeters cubed of plasma when we do get that impact. But I think that's incorrect. All right, now we are back over here at ISWA, and we're going to take a look at the SDO and 94 angstroms of light. We try and get us centered up here as best that we can. And this does start off from yesterday, around 1400 UTC time. We're going to kind of speed it up. So as you can see, there's a lot of activity from these sunspot regions. They're very bright. It's causing us to live in low to mid C range of coronal mass ejection, basically of CME, constant radiation. Looks like we got ourselves a little flyby right here. See him? Got ourselves a little UFO. Here's his trail, and there he is right there at the tip of it. How you doing, fella? All right, let's shrink back out of that, and let's get back to it. And here, this region here is what gives us our X flare. But we do have a coronal mass ejection come out of this region right here. And it looks like it's going above us. So we're probably going to be missed by that, which is good. But look at all this activity. The sun is extremely grumpy. That's for sure. Oop, hey, got another friend right here. See him right here? Zoop. Let me zoom in here for you for those of you on cell phones. You got his streak right here, and here he is here, and it looks like we've got another one right down here. Very nice. Sorry, I don't mean to squirrel off on you guys all the time, but yeah, it's pretty significant. I like seeing them. So there's our coronal mass ejection right there. You can see the eruption. You can see the coronal mass ejection. And it triggered this one too. You notice that? As that they both went off at the same time. Wham! Threw some plasma out. Throwing out some more plasma. Now you would think that would be the X flare, right? Nope, that is. Boom. Super bright, directly Earth facing, coming at us. But there was no... It's kind of funny because it doesn't look like there's a coronal mass ejection with it. But there could have been, because with this one going off and this going off at the same time, there was that little bit of coronal mass ejection between the two, and I think we've got some incoming, in my opinion. So there's the 1X flare. I'm trying to scroll on through. I think that was the end of it. Yep, that's the end of it. So that's just my opinion on it. Now we come over here and check out the 193 angstroms of light. We will actually see more of a solar tsunami, should there be one. And I believe there is one. Whoop, see that? Look at that canyon of fire. See that? See how it's got this solar tsunami? Let me zoom in on it for you guys. See how when it pops, it all of a sudden opens up and you see a disturbance along the whole region where that coronal mass ejection is. That is when you see that kind of movement like that, that means there's a coronal mass ejection. In fact, look at all that chunk coming off of that. Ooh, that's ugly. So yeah, that's a coronal mass ejection, and that might miss us, but I am not going to rule that out, because when we take a look at LASCO C2 and C3 here in a minute, especially on LASCO C3, it's very obvious that we're going to have something coming at us. Now, this here is our X flare. And if you look, oh, there's plasma comes out of the, most of it gets recaptured. I'll zoom in on it really close here for you. So here's our flare, and you can see the plasma here. You can see it swelling up like it was going to leave, but most of that got recaptured. So we're good from that guy. It's the guys before it. So we'll have to see what happens with that. That one there, see how it kind of spit it out? Yeah, so we will take a look over here on the SDO, 304 angstroms of light, where we will actually not only see the flare, we'll be able to see that coronal mass ejection. So you can see all the little... Oh, wait a minute, we just had a friend pop up. Oh, there he is. You guys see him? Right here, there's his trail, and there he is right there. So much activity, folks, so much activity. I encourage everybody to come over to ISWA, iswa.gsfc.nasa.gov, and come around here and play with this stuff, man. It's fun. You'll find a lot of stuff. So here's our coronal mass ejection right here. Look at that. You guys see that plasma move? Zoom in. You guys see that ribbon all of a sudden just lift off? Watch, here it goes. Just chunked it right out there. Hi-ya! Just flew it right out of there. Yeah, so I think some of that's going to be coming our way. And I will show you on LASCO C2 and C3 why. And I think we already had the X flare. Yep, we had the X flare show up. Lower left, it just wasn't, it's not as super bright. There it is, right here. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, but there's no coronal mass ejection because it was pretty spontaneous. It doesn't show anything being pushed out. It looks like it all gets recaptured, which honestly, that's a good thing. Now coming on down here to LASCO C2 really quick, which is here in red. We're going to try and keep our times open so we can see the times. And yeah, there's tons of UFOs here too, or spacecraft, if you will. And we'll take a look here. Okay, now do you see this? You see the top of that going off? That's that vortex that was going on in the sun. It was really kind of weird that happened yesterday. But, and then that one. Do you see that? When this one goes, see how it goes off this way, and there's a little bit out this way? I don't know if you guys can see it on here or not, but it looks like it's a partial halo. And when we have those halos, that's indicative of one coming either directly at us or directly away from us. But I think it's coming directly at us, given that we had the X1 flare and that the other M flares. And here we go, watching that. Do you see it here? Watch around the edge here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Watch around the edge. You should be able to see it. Do you see where the edges of it are? Do you see that? That's a halo. So I think we're going to have something here in the next 2 to 3 days. It may not be massive, but I think we got something coming at us. So make sure to keep your eyes open. No fear. And remember that love is the only way forward. Solar Wolf out.